Hello and welcome to another edition of UFO Video Addicts. Let me give you a preview of what I got coming up in this video. The first is this UFO that was caught on the ground in Baja, California, and then later on it takes off. Also have this UFO from Florida over the water. Here's a couple UFOs with this guy saying that there's a bunch of other little UFOs around it. Let's see, I have this photograph of this cigar-shaped craft from 1979 in Italy. And then I also have a video of a cigar-shaped craft that was just uploaded a couple days ago. Let's see, this is a strange light, kind of boring over, I think this is in France someplace. And then I have another video of Jason Reza talking about the breakaway civilizations and how they came about. Here's an article here. A top secret UFO file leaked. UFO found in the Canadian province of Saskatchewan. And then last is this video. I mean, it's not anything with UFOs, but it's very interesting, I thought. It's a single-celled organism dying. Here's this little thing you see, like, all of the innards just like spew out. It's kind of interesting. Anyways, let's go to this first video here. Yeah, you know, when I first saw this video, I wasn't sure if it was real or not. It looks kind of hokey, but I don't know. Check it out. See, and then let me just jump to the end when it takes off, because that's, again, this, I mean, yeah, I'll admit that up front doesn't look kind of, I mean, it looks kind of fake, but this part I think looks real, which is why I'm confused. Anyways, that's that. Yeah, I'm not too sure about that video. Check it out. Link will be in the description. This one I'm pretty sure is real. Let's see, check this out. You know, I think there are two of them. I think, is that another one or is that a bird there? I'm not too sure. Yeah, you know, I think there are two of them. There's one here and then one here. Anyways, let me just jump ahead. This is all it really does. And I don't think we get a close-up view of it either. No, we don't. So that's that. Link will be in the description. Let's see. These are two UFOs over Kazakhstan, November 18th. Let me go full screen on these.
Witnessed the appearance of such an impressive phenomenon in the sky. Those are very unusual. At first, people saw two clouds in the sky around which some dots were spinning. There were different versions: clouds, helicopters, balloons, but the objects behaved in such a way that all these versions disappeared by themselves. The two main
Yeah, it looks like there's other little objects flying around it. Let me just jump ahead and see if this thing does anything else.
Так летать. Вот, смотри, смотри. Как будто они долго приближаются, знаешь? Как будто один меньше и больше, да? Я еще зрелый, что ли? Вот они у меня в телефоне. В телефоне. Запусти это, ты скажи, как... которые точки были вокруг них, они исчезли окончательно. Да нет, это огромных два объекта.
It's like in the War of the World.
Anyways, that's that. Link will be in the description. Let's go to this one here. Yeah, now this one is just a photograph that says cigar-shaped UFO photograph and pursued by Italian Air Force over Sant'Angelo Airport in 1979. Type of additional images included rendered versions of the craft. So here's one photo. See, I think this is the camera that took it. And then, yeah, here's another more far away photo. You can see the object here, and I think this is another object here. I think this is like a saucer-shaped one. And then this here is just a rendering, graphic image of what what they think the craft looks like. So that's that. And then now here is an actual recording of a cigar-shaped craft. Now, let me go into the front so you can see how far this thing is up in the sky, actually. You can see this thing is actually spinning.
Well, no. It's 5 to 3 hours, so we're going to give it about 6. What, did you give it early? You give it? Yeah, the next one is. Yeah, and then we can. No, I won't. Yeah, look, still, it's shining.
Anyways, that's that. I wish someone would stabilize that video. Let's go to this next one. Yeah, this one is kind of boring. All it does is just sits there for over 2 minutes. Yeah, that's all really this thing does for the whole entire, minute and 53 seconds. But it does have scary music, so, it's got that going for it. Let's see. This video here, the hour and 22-minute video of this guy, Jason Reza. I just played one of his videos in one of my previous posts. And this is the guy that's talking about this, what he terms a breakaway civilization. And how he explains it is there's some people, I think it was near the turn of the century, like the 1920s, where they apparently got a hold of some advanced technology and basically kept it to themselves and didn't reveal it to the rest of the public. And like here, what he talks about is how, I think in the 1950s, they were actually building this stuff. And anyways, let me just let him explain it.
With Lockheed and became Lockheed Martin. Convair, Lear, the guy who invented the Lear jet.
Yeah.
These corporations were all about to develop anti-gravity aircraft. This was reported on at length in tens of articles stretching from 1954 to 1956 in mainstream American press. Okay? And you had people like, the chairman of Lear Corporation come out and say, yeah, we've already demonstrated that this works in the laboratory. It's just an engineering, it's just an engineering project at this point. We just need enough funding to develop this on a large scale. You had the head of Martin Aircraft, again, which later became Lockheed Martin, say that within a time span equal to the Manhattan Project, they would be able to have craft that could create a local gravitational field and take you from New York to Sydney in 1 hour. And that these things could go into space without the pilots feeling any kind of, zero gravity or any kind of even, perturbance. I mean, it would feel like standing on the surface of the Earth because the craft had a local gravitational field. And they're giving statements to the press about this stuff and holding conferences on it. Then all of a sudden in 1959, dead silence. And no one ever reports on this again. No one ever hears about it again. There's like a couple of stories where the same newspapers, like the New York Herald Tribune, that had been reporting on it say, well, we can't get any word out of Martin Aircraft about the gravity thing they were telling us about for years. Maybe it's because they've had some breakthrough and now it's been declared top secret. Okay, so the first thing you have to realize, and then, you know, it's worthy of note in that regard that before Ben Rich, the CEO of Lockheed, died in like the 1990s or something, he had made a statement to the effect that we have had the technology to take ET back home, but it'll never be released to the public, right?
Anyways, let me just stop that right there. But again, you know, I mean, if you take what this guy says seriously, it's apparent that our government is in possession of anti-gravity technology and has been using it for several years. So yeah, some of the crafts that we're seeing flying around, you know, they're not all our visitors. I mean, they're not all our neighbors. Some are visitors, and a certain number are also from, you know, this breakaway civilization that's withholding this technology from the general public. But anyways, check out this guy's video. Link will be in the description. Let me go to this article here. This is Tales from Out There. Top secret UFO files leaked. UFO found in the Canadian province of Saskatchewan. Another top-secret document leaked by a UFO researcher is seen as the first convincing evidence that parts have been found of a flying saucer on Earth. During the first Canadian hearing on UFOs in Ontario, Victor Vijani revealed a confidential memo dated November 14, 1968. The memo is about a UFO that is found in the north of the Canadian province of Saskatchewan. Metal fragment. On October 17th that year, Jay Hodges of Canada's National Research Council would have delivered a metal fragment that was found by a pilot. The fragment was found in the area around Wollaston Lake. Research then showed that the fragment was probably part of a vessel which traveled through space. The authorities were aware of the findings according to the memo. Now, again, this is the idea, you know, that all of these crafts that we find are like from other planets. I think it's part of the brainwashing. Again, I'm sure some are visitors, but I think the majority of the crafts we find are from the civilizations that share the planet with us. You know, we are a water planet. Okay, we are not a Earth planet. So it would make sense that if there are advanced species, or, you know, the top dog on this planet would not be us. I know we think that, and you know, it's similar to all of these uncontacted tribes that are out there, you know, that are still living as if it's a prehistoric era, essentially, for them. Time has never changed for them, but you know, and they don't really know anything about us. So I think we're in a similar situation where, you know, most of us aren't aware that there are highly advanced beings sharing the planet with us, and occasionally our military finds their craft saucers. And I also think that that's the reason why the U.S. military has so many military bases all over the planet. I mean, it really makes no other sense of why or other countries would be okay with the U.S. military having bases around their countries, unless they've also agreed to allow the U.S. to, you know, take a hold. If any UFOs crash in their country, then, you know, the United States is going to be there to snatch up any of the crash saucers, or, you know, any of the evidence. Which, you know, I mean, I've done or seen interviews where there are people who acknowledge that, you know, they're part of a team that does go around securing sites where crashers have, where flying saucers have crashed. Anyways, link to this will be in the description. Last is this video here. Again, it's nothing with UFO related, but I thought it was kind of interesting. This is a single-celled organism dying, and it's pretty amazing. Check this out. Is this thing like a sentient being? Does it have a consciousness? Does it like, oh no, I'm dying, I am dying? And yeah, it's weird how it's like the cellular structure of it just all broke down. Very interesting. Anyways, that is going to be it for this video. If you like things like this, please give this video a thumbs up. Please share this video. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'll have more things like this. Take care.